Hello and welcome to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today, basically, I'm just relaxing around Seraphim, patrolling the area, looking for any enemy combatants, and while doing so, I'm just going to be rambling on about, 3.23, a lot of changes, and the future of Star Citizen. I'll also put, a video of me doing an FPS mission in there, even if it doesn't make sense to what I'm talking about at the moment. And, hope you guys enjoy. Okay, I'm receiving consistent radar contact. I just pulled off of a hangar in Seraphim here. Basically, what I'm trying to do is just fly around and look for red targets, because as of right now, bounty hunting is just short-lived, I guess. I haven't seen any bounty targets. I'm being targeted, and I don't know by who. I'm assuming it's the Cutlass Black over here at 4.3 kilometers, but I'm not sure. Let me take a look to the right and see what we have over here. Yeah, it's got to be the Cutlass Black that's pinging me right now. So we'll just keep an eye out while we patrol the area. Open comms really quick and see, make sure there's nothing there. Okay, nothing there. Very curious to know who's pinging me. Looks like we got another target over here. Looks like a Constellation Andromeda coming up fast. Shields are going up, so always good to keep an eye out on that. If a target has shields going online, it's always good to assume that either they're just coming in for a hot landing, or maybe they're trying to target you or target somebody, potentially, coming in to ruin someone's day. Pulling shields up at 10 kilometers out was pretty interesting choice, but I get it. Better safe than sorry. Got another target pulling up on the left here. Okay, got ourselves an Anvil Hawk. Little EMP ship. Fast. Really fast, but very fragile. So, got to be careful flying those. Take too many hits and you just fall apart pretty quick. So, the Andromeda is probably not a ship I'd want to fight right now, even with my ship. I'd be able to stay on its rear pretty easily, but, just given the amount of big guns that it has, it just depends. If they're the agitator, I'll do what I can to always take them out of the sky, but if they're not the agitator, obviously I'm not going to be picking a fight. Hawk is not a problem. They're fast, and they can probably get around me pretty quick. And if it's a good pilot, they can outmaneuver me all day long, but... Cutlass Black, no problem there. That ship wouldn't last long against a F8C, even in 3.23. I'm continuing to look around, kind of see who's coming into the station. Okay, he pulled his shields at 10 kilometers because he was only 2 kilometers from the landing zone. I keep forgetting how big these stations are sometimes. I'm getting another radar ping. I'm thinking it's the Cutlass Black. He's just keeping an eye on me, so totally okay. Let's just keep him on our 12 o'clock here while we move around and kind of see what's going on. He's kind of checking me out above. If he opens fire, I'll turn and engage pretty quick. I'm not worried about him. I really don't like how much he's pinging me, though, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on him, and if he continues to ping me, I'm probably going to, see what his intentions are. But for now, we'll leave him alone. He seems to be on and off on me here, so not too big of a deal. Not seeing any other ships here in the Seraphim area. So many white targets on this radar, and it's ridiculous how, blurry it is. I'm running DLSS, and otherwise, it seems to be doing really well. No screen issues or anything, so they've definitely been fixing things. It's good to see. Everything's looking pretty smooth over here. I think we're good to go. I don't think there's going to be any contacts. We'll go ahead and just continue to move around while talking about everything Star Citizen. So, the giveaway has begun. The C1 Spirit, brought to you by me. Yep, this one is brought to you by me. I'd like to give back to everybody that continues to support my channel and is there watching my videos. I do appreciate every one of you. I honestly am learning how to video edit and edit my own, channel thumbnails and everything all on my own. So doing what I can with the time that I have. I only usually get a few hours, maybe, each night. And depending on some nights, you'll see that some days no videos are posted. Typically, it's just because I'm dealing with family matters. We got another ship coming in here. Taking a quick look. It looks to be a F-7C Hornet Mark II. So keep an eye on him. So far, not a big deal. But yeah, just taking care of family stuff. Maybe the kids just having a rough night trying to get to sleep, or there's just other things going on. So always good to take care of family business first. I love making videos, and I love being here for the channel and everything. But, sometimes we just got to do what you got to do. Family always. And he loves watching the videos too, so sometimes it's just kind of like... Okay, is that the Hawk that's taking off? It looks like it is. Can't get out. Okay, Mr. Hawk. Not sure the docking contact was from where I'm thinking it was the... Yeah, I'm thinking it was the Mark II that was landing, and he put down his gear, but when he did that, he sent a docking request, so pretty typical. Easy to do. But yeah, I'm super excited. C1 Spirit giveaway is always really cool, and I'm very, very happy that I'm able to do that. I'm going to try to, give back to you guys every once in a while as much as I can. It all just depends. It all just depends. So I really appreciate everybody that watches the channel, so thank you again. It's going to get exciting over the next few weeks, months. A lot of reviews that are going to be done. I'm going to try my best to review as many ships as possible. Obviously, just releasing one a day, and also having other videos out. I love doing the bounty hunts, and I love doing the, cargo movements with the C1 Spirit, and potentially other ships. Potentially, we'll see. But yeah, it's just in for it now. Okay, I want to bring up the Ion. So, there is a couple comments on the Ion review video that kind of caught my attention. And it's just because, people are kind of like, well, why are you reviewing it now? 3.23 isn't even live. There's very big potential that 3.23 is going to hit live very quickly, very soon. And I want to make sure that the Ion, out of any other ship in the game, the Ion has that review out as soon as possible. So that's what I did. And I did that well knowing that the Ion is done for 3.23, as in they are not doing anything else to modify that ship for this patch. And somebody else made the point that, well, you shouldn't even be doing it yet at all, like the, Ion, and making it seem like it's that big of a deal. Like, oh, wait until, it actually gets the proper update. Well, no, I want to do ship reviews anytime they get a big update on any of the ships, no matter if it's going to get a change again in the future, just because I want people to know what they're buying into for that patch cycle. 3.23 is a very big patch, a lot of ship changes, a lot of gun changes, and I think one of the biggest ships that were hit hard or killed pretty much was the Ion. And I want people to know that, because while I don't want to stop people from buying the ships they want, I do want to advise them of what they're buying. You know what I mean? You don't want to get into a $250 pledge ship or, a $4 million in-game buy and then figure out, a minute into playing with it that you might have messed up. You might actually really like the charge feature, and you might, find a way to get around that and, really enjoy the ship. But to be honest with you, even at the charge rate, it still takes a while to take down ships. Like, it's not a ship killer anymore. At best, it's a shield killer. And, 2 more points. That's the point of the ship. It's meant to take down capital-sized shields in team or unison with the Inferno, while the Inferno does physical damage to the ship, right? But also, it's a very expensive heavy fighter, and people want it to work. If it's a sniper ship, why can it only hit targets at 3,000 meters? Why can it only hit targets at 3,000 meters at such a slow rate of fire? Also, what target is going to be dumb enough to stay still and allow you to hit a target at 3,000 meters? Sniper ship or not, it's not that right now. No way. Not even a chance in hell. And I tested that theory. I don't have the video, obviously, but I did test that theory. And I tried engaging what was it? It was a Carrack 3,000 meters. Well, 2.9. Okay. 2.9 thousand, 2,900. I was aiming down and I was trying to shoot this thing. It was just, barely moving out of the way. The rounds, even though they're moving faster, it takes a while to hit target, right? So even if it hit the target, it was like you have to stay so consistent with your hits that it's actually going to do anything to that ship. So right now, yes, the Ion is in a very bad spot. It's not where it's going to be in a year or two. Fine, and I will totally make a new review for it when they do change it again. But as of right now, that's just where it's at. So I hope you enjoyed that review and you understand that it's not the last one. There's a good chance that any of the reviews I do are not the last one for that ship in particular, unless they've specifically stated, nope, this is what you're getting for the rest of the lifetime of this game. I will do my best to re-review ships every time they get a big change. That's why I got heck of a log of ships now that I am going to start working on for 3.23, starting with starter ships. Because of Invictus, there's going to be a lot of new players joining us. Welcome, welcome. And I want to make sure everybody, knows what they're getting, knows the features of ships. And to another comment and point, I totally understand that I did miss, the internal storage as well as the weapons rack on the Ion in the most recent review. I didn't miss it on the review prior for the Ion, but I'm trying my best to keep the reviews at 10 minutes or less, just for the sake of the video's title and everything. And, the fact that really works out for people. Everybody kind of agrees that, hey, 10 minutes is a great time for a video. It's very easy to watch. And I had a lot to talk about when it came to the gun changes and everything. So that was something I passed up, and I did realize that after, and I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I really don't think a beginner is going to be buying a $250 Ion anyways. So, oh well. Sorry. But to that point, I will be attempting my hardest to make sure I don't miss any critical components or, access points or anything on any future ship reviews while sticking to the 10 minutes or less, point. Because I do understand that it is important that, as a ship owner, where everything is on the ship. So, yes, that is definitely something I'm going to make sure not to miss again. 3.23 is looking fantastic, by the way, guys. If you haven't gotten into the PTU yet and given it a good look, this is feeling great. FPS is higher than it was in 3.22, which I was very surprised by. And then also just overall, everything is just fantastic. The new lighting, especially for stations and, the new LOD updates, everything. Like I can see stations from so far away, or, certain moons and stuff are now a lot more visible, as well as like locations on moons and planets. So visible now. It's amazing. Like I was randomly flying across the surface of Daymar at nighttime, and I saw off to my right just some flickering lights, and I was nowhere near an outpost. I was like, what the heck? I don't think I've ever seen that before. And it was literally, a crashed ship. And I was like, wow, without a mission, I would have never seen that. And in 3.22, I definitely would have never seen that. Look at that, C1 Spirit coming in for landing. So that's really cool. Love that. The new wildlife is really cool. Hopefully, the AI behaves for the servers. They're not T-posing on chairs, right? But they're also... I haven't checked this patch, but a couple patches ago, they weren't really doing anything. You'd get right up against the Copian and they wouldn't do anything. They would just kind of sit there. I'm going to watch this guy land really quick. See how he does. But yeah, the AI, they were just... Oh, come on, it's a tight space. You almost got this. There you go. Use those third-person cameras. There you go. Good job. You made it. Woo! Hey, that was smoother than... landing the C1 Spirit or any Spirit is really difficult right now because of the hangar size. But yeah, the Copians and the birds, they're really cool. Hopefully the AI behaves and they actually move around like they were in the ISC. So that would be really cool. A lot of the master mode changes. I know there's some people out there with gripes against it, but I've been really loving it. It feels like your ship has more functionality. Like, you got to do more to actually operate your spaceship, and I actually really enjoy that. Like right now, this whole time I've been in SCM gun mode, and I feel like, well, if I need to do something, I need to flip some switches if I want to jump out of here, and actually need to operate my multi-million-dollar spaceship. Instead of it being so, before it felt so, in a way, dumb. Because it was, you get in your spaceship, you turned on, there you go. You're just flying. You could do whatever the heck you wanted, right? You would turn on a jump drive, and then you turn off a jump drive. Ooh. But now there's actually, like they say, modes, right? And you have to decide what you want to be in, depending on the situation. You want to go fast? Do you want to go slow? Do you need your guns? Do you not? I mean, there's just so much more to it now, and it feels more involved. It doesn't feel as lazy to me, and I like that. The gun changes are definitely something to get used to. We got a lot to do with the gun changes. Man, have I just made a really boring video or what? But the gun changes are something that everybody's going to have to get used to, like the fact that laser repeaters don't do too much now. They're very light on damage. Ballistics, you have a lot more ammo, but they don't do as much damage, like ballistic Gatlings. We got another C1 Spirit coming in. We'll watch this guy land. Ballistic Gatlings don't do much damage, but they have a lot more ammo, and mostly, like the Inferno has less ammo than in 3.22, but somewhat does less damage, right? They're upping the time to kill on ships. They're not making it as easy anymore. So, okay, it's definitely going to take some time for a lot of people. And then the speed changes while in combat. That's pretty hard for people to enjoy right now, or some people. I've been enjoying it. I've been able to boost and get around targets and actually do a lot of damage and stuff. You really do have a feeling of the archetype now. You don't, it's not just you're in an arrow and you're taking out a hammerhead. You know what I mean? It's there's actually more to it now, and that feels good. You actually have to know your ship and what it can fight. I swear, it's so weird to say this, but I feel like 3.22, almost just hit that pole. Or antenna. 3.22 and prior felt kind of dumb in a way, like dumb switch, right? You didn't really have to consider too much. All the weapons did the same thing, and they all had the same amount of ammo, etc., etc. You didn't have to really, you just hop in your ship and put the, ballistic Gatlings on it and FR-77s or 76s or 67s or whatever it was, depending on your size of your ship, and you just go on with your day, and that's just what it is. It's all about just the ship at hand and not the weapons itself. But now there's more to it. You got the mix between ship and weapon and what works best, right? So now the FAC doesn't move as maneuverable as it does in 3.22, but the weapons still hit pretty hard. Time to kill's up. It is up. It's just what it is. That's across the board. That's not just with the FAC. That's with any ship. So you're flying an arrow, or if you're flying a Hawk, or if you're flying a Talon, it don't matter. Time to kill's up. It takes longer to take out a target because your guns don't do as much damage, or there's a lot more to it now when it comes to that. So it's interesting, and it's going to take some time to get used to, but it's definitely a little bit more fun. I feel like the fights are a little bit more involved, so that's kind of nice. Even though they're a lot more up close, right? You have that World War II dogfight feeling, right? Like Chris Roberts always wanted. Well, I don't mind that, because I've found that it's been pretty easy to separate from a battle too. There's been one or two occasions where I, picked a fight just to see what would happen. Archetype, right? Going, medium fighter against a very heavy target, and I was getting my rear kicked, and I was like, nope, I'm going to break out and go. And you'd think, well, you can't really do that because you're so slow. Well, I was able to do it, no problem. I boosted. I switched over to nav. I kind of wiggled around a little bit as I was doing all that. And the second I was in nav mode, which didn't take long, I just jumped right out. Not a problem. So there's a lot to it. And it's more involved now. I'm not sure if some people like that it's more involved now, but it's definitely more involved now. There's more thinking to every situation that you go into. I've been really enjoying it. But there's so many more changes too to 3.23 and more to come. And the Point X patches, Invictus, so many more things. There's so many things coming to the game, and it's unbelievable. Compared to 2023, where we didn't get crap, right? CIG, I totally understand. It was a very busy year for Squadron 42, and there was a lot going on there. Fine. Totally understand. You know what? My life doesn't revolve around this game, right? I have a life outside of it, and I love playing this game when I do get the chance. And it's probably, you know, it's the most fun I've had in a video game in a very long time. Very long time. And the more you guys update it, the better, obviously. And I can't wait to see the future. I hope this game never stops getting updates. I hope this game, for the rest of my life, continues to get updates and adds more and more and more and continues to evolve and get better and bigger and more beautiful. Because that's what makes this game special, right? This game is... It's more than just, you know, hopping in and choosing your loadout and fighting in a, you know, 1 kilometer square, you know, in like Call of Duty or something. It's more than that. So, hey, Gaktak Sailing. Bye. Oh, bye. Man, I've just rambled on for 21 minutes. I do apologize for that. I didn't even give you anything to look at while doing so. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna post this one. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep this one in the backlog. But yeah, there's a lot of good, you know, great things coming to Star Citizen. I'm super excited. Don't get me wrong. I want anybody to ever watch my channel. I don't ever want you to think that I don't think anything negative of the game. In any video game, there's always going to be bugs and issues and, you know, things you don't agree with, right? But I found that, in my experience, things are continuing to get better. Things are going uphill with Star Citizen. They're not going downhill. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see more and more and more. Especially like the, you know, freight elevators and the persistent hangars, Pyro, Nynx, all these other star systems and all these other star ships, all these fun things like the RSI Galaxy, the Polaris, jeez, the Misk Odyssey, oof, the Endeavor, you know, the Banu Merchantman, I kind of feel burnt out over. Like, I haven't even, you know, it's not even hit the game yet, but I'm just burnt out of, like, how long it's taken with all the teases and everything. Like, I feel like, I get it, the team behind it took off. You know, they left the project, moved on to something else, and that really delayed it or stopped the progress on it, which is a really big bummer. But I feel like you just, you know... it's time to consider other ships, and that's where I'm at. So I'm looking at the future of other ships. Man, there's just so many targets coming in right now. Let's see what we got here. We got a Titan and a Origin. Is that 300? I can't read these screens anymore. 100i. Man, I swear. So yeah, a lot of good future ships, a lot of good future features, a lot of good future systems. Hopefully with the dev team moving over from Squadron 42 and into the Persistent Universe, we'll see all this stuff much sooner than we all anticipated. You know, instead of 5 years from now, we'll see it in a year. We'll see it in 2 years. That'd be nice. It'll be really cool. Anybody that gets the chance to experience this game should try it. You know, it's amazing. So, you know what, guys? Thank you for listening to me ramble while I patrol Seraphim. This is definitely not what I consider my most exciting video. This is just like not an interactive, but more like a visual podcast. Where I'm flying around a station, watching traffic come in, slowly but surely, rating one of their landings, and just bumbling on about stuff about Star Citizen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm super excited for the giveaway, and stay tuned. There is another giveaway in the works. Can't release any details on it right now, but it's pretty exciting. So, yeah, stay tuned. Thanks, guys, for watching. I really appreciate all of you. You all are so awesome. And get ready for 3.23, because it's coming. It's coming fast. Y'all have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, whatever it is for you when you're watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.